guys, Ring Queen Lexa Rose here with another episode of Wrestling with Beauty. Today's look is called the Gorgeous Nightmare, and this is dedicated to the Little Monster Binky, who has been quite a rival of mine throughout 2017, and also an amazing performer who has put in her time for so long, and she's finally got her own star to shine bright, and I really wanted to be able to kind of help that star shine brighter. She's an amazing talent. She's, you know, very new, but really starting to make waves in the independent circuit, and I really wanted to do a look inspired by her. So as you can tell, it's inspired by her gear. I don't know if you can really see the color that well. I mean, my camera's pretty crappy, and there we go. See? It's inspired by Binky, and I wanted to get the colors of her ring gear, and I really wanted this to be a really nice glam look because one thing me and her always talk about in the locker rooms is makeup. So I wanted to be able to kind of honor her by doing a makeup look inspired by her, so I hope you guys really like it. Also, just a little bit catch up. I'm pretty sure if you follow me on social media, I've gone through quite ending of 2017. I mean, it's been highs and lows. The highest being that me and my fiance became tag team champions, and the lowest low being that my mother suffered a heart attack and almost died. Thankfully, she underwent triple bypass surgery, and she's recovering and she's doing well. It was definitely a very scary experience for me because I was still going to school at the time, and it kind of left me alone with having to tend to the house, tend to the bills, tend to my grandmother who has Alzheimer's and dementia, and it was a really overwhelming experience. But I managed to pray, and I had a lot of great support and a lot of great family and friends, and you know, shout out to Apex and Rampage, to Jay and Biggs. You guys were there for me when nobody else really was. You guys showed so much love and support when I needed it most, and I want to just thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being there for me when my mother suffered her heart attack. So just wanted to give a shout out to those guys, and also my to God, who, you know, thankfully, you know, let my mother recover and be able to find that heart attack in time and be able to be treated and go undergo surgery and be able to come out of recovery. I'm not at 100% at the moment, but she's getting there, which is important. So I just want to thank everybody who's been there for me and sending prayers and stuff. It really means a lot. And one of my other highs was graduating from college. So I'm really proud of myself. As of December 23rd of 2017, I'm a college graduate. I'm hoping to go to Hofstra to get my paralegal certificate, but who knows, life is unpredictable. So it's definitely an option that I'm thinking about. I just gotta see how work and doing my tutorials and working on my novel pans out. So with that being said, thank you guys for being a part of my journey so far, and I'm so glad to be able to do more tutorials in 2018 and hopefully more foot videos, and you know, be able to bring you guys more content. So with that being said, let's get 2018 and this tutorial rolling. Okay, so it's gonna be my first time really doing like cut crease, not like just normal cut crease, but I'm gonna add tape to the corners to really give it a sharp line. So we're just gonna take some tape and, you know, try and get it to be not so sticky because it's a pain in the ass to rip off your face. So you don't want it to be too sticky where it's like ripping off your skin and it's like quite painful. So, you know, try to keep it on there as loose but as tacky as Okay, so it took me a while to get the tape on here because I had to make sure that everything was properly aligned. So what we're gonna do is we are going to prep our eyelids, and I've been using concealer as probably the best primer. I mean, I still use my go-to Urban Decay all-nighter primer, but for this kind of look, I think it needs something a little bit more tougher. So we're gonna go with our Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer, which I've been using in the color Light. I don't know if you can see it. We're just gonna throw this right on our eyelids. And I'm doing this before I do my brows too, which is kind of interesting. Normally I do my brows first, but I'm doing this first because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use it to help conceal my brows once I put them on. So just grab a sponge and just get to layering, because this whole thing is we're focusing. Mom. She's right next to me watching me do this. So we're focusing on the eye look, and this is one of those looks that you could kind of wear to work or anywhere else because it's a super glam look, but it's got a lot of bright colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera because I'm very persnickety when it comes to my eyebrows, and my eyebrows game has been starting to step up the more I do them. So I'm going to do them off camera, and then I'll be right back to start putting the colors in. Okay, so the brows are done, and what we're going to do next is we're going to go into our Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette, and we're going to go right into one of my favorite transition colors called Courtney, which is like this really nice beige. And because there's going to be a lot of pinks in it for the crease, this will be a nice kind of transition shade. It's a nice neutral color, and it'll definitely help the pink, which is going to be Star Power, that I'm going to also apply on the crease, pop. So it's kind of like putting like a top a base coat. So we're just going to go right into this with our Morphe. Because y'all know I'm excited about my Morphe brushes. My Morphe M433, which I just cleaned yesterday. We're just gonna go right into that. And the one thing I love about this palette, it's very pigmented, but there's not that much fallout, which is good because you get to, and look at these pans. Oh, boo, let me tell you. Whew. So we're just gonna go right into there and pop it right on the crease. And you don't even need too much because what we're gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna throw in Star Power. So we're just gonna throw that in, and you could really see it. Dang, son, dang. Okay, so now that we've got our transition color down, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right into, God, I love this pink. Oh, it's so freaking gorgeous, and I very rarely have like an opportunity to use it. So when I get to, yeah, we're gonna go right into Star Power, which is this really bright, oh, you see that? That my camera doesn't do the color justice, let me tell you. So we're gonna use, you know what, we're gonna use a different brush. I'm feeling frisky today because I really like my Morphe brushes. I try to hold on to. So we're gonna go into this tapered eyeshadow brush by Ruby Kisses. See, it's just a regular blending brush. We're gonna go right into Star Power. Again, these are really pigmented, but there's no fallout. I don't know how Jeffree did it, but I bet you any money androgyny is the same exact miracle too. So we're gonna just roll this right in because we want this to be really heavy with the pinks. Okay, so I'm gonna go right in and so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna deepen the crease, and we're gonna use brush. It's actually from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but what I call brushes that come with the eyeshadow palettes, I just call them brush because they're kind of dual-ended, so it's no real name for it except for brush. So we're gonna use this part of brush to put in the purple crease. And we're going to use this color Sketch from our Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. And you're not going to need too much. You're just going to want a little bit just to kind of deepen up the crease a little bit. So just un chipito. It's very, very pigmented, and you want to just kind of build it up. You don't want to overpower it. You want to still let the pink be able to like pop out. This is just to deepen it, so you know it's gonna be blended out with the pink, so there's no harsh lines. Alright, so we've got the crease and the definition of the crease done. And now for the, I guess, fun part, you could say. We're going to add the green, which is going to go on the lid. Now the last part is the black, which is going to go right here on the sides. But I want to at least do the cut crease over here for the green. And I was thinking about using my Full Spectrum palette, and then I was thinking about using my Jaclyn Hill palette, because if you can tell on her palette, the color is called Jada, which is this like really super pretty green. But if you look at Binky's gear, it's more greener than that. This is more like a blue teal kind of color. So as I was using my Full Spectrum to do the crease, I noticed that Mean and Hatter are more appropriate colors. See, Mean is a lot more of the green that is on her actual ring gear. So I'm gonna end up using this color Mean on the lid of my eye. So what we're gonna do is, Lord help me, we're gonna go back into my Born This Way concealer, right? Entonces what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this, and I have this flat kind of, it looks like a concealer brush, but it's really an eyeshadow brush that came with my Tokidoki eyeshadow palette. But it's so cute, look at that. So we're just gonna take a little bit on here, and we're just gonna start with doing the base on the crease. The base on the crease. The crease. So just go right in, and then okay, so we've got the concealer on our eyes for the cut crease, and what we're going to do is we're going to go into a flat brush, and I have the perfect one. I don't know which set this came with, but we're just going to call it brush. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go right on top of the cut crease we made. And we're gonna go right into Mean, and see, really, really pigmented and not that much fallout. So we're gonna just throw this on the lid. So it should kind of look, ooh. And you're gonna just throw this on pretty much the entire lid, because when you do the outer corners, you're gonna just throw some black on there. So just throw some of this. And I like this one because it matches closely to her gear. She wears more of like a lime green color and the purple magenta kind of color, more than like an actual pink kind of thing and a regular green type of thing. Everything she wears is pretty much like a neon magenta and a neon green. So we want to try and get the colors as close as possible and not just pack on all that color, especially while the concealer is still a little wet, because it'll hold better. Alright, I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and then we'll be back for the next step. Okay, so I want to kind of give it like some more definition. So what I'm going to do is right here, where I'm going to blend the black into the outer corner, I'm going to go right into this color called Hatter, which is also featured in the Alice Through the Looking Glass Urban Decay eyeshadow palette, which is right up above, what's this color again? Mean. So it's this color right here, and we're just gonna kind of put that right kind of here, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blend it with the black and kind of give it like some more definition. See how pretty it looks, how pretty. So we're gonna do that on both sides, and then we will be back for the next step. But you see how it looks, and it just kind of blends well. I love this palette. It's very, very colorful, and I love colors. I've been really doing a lot of nudes lately, just for work and stuff like that, and also because, you know, it's the end of the year. I was kind of in lazy mode because between my birthday till New Year's, there's like so many holidays. First of all, there's Thanksgiving, which is right before my birthday. Then there's my birthday. Then there's Christmas, and then there's New Year's. So like between like the middle of November, kind of like towards the end of November till basically New Year's, I'm kind of on lazy mood. So I kind of haven't been like working out or doing anything like outlandish, especially with my makeup looks, and I've had like so many looks already ready to go for this year. So this is my second video of the new year. Now my videos are now kind of up to date because of the whole holiday months. So a lot of the videos I usually film in advance and then post them up in case, you know, I don't film a tutorial during the week or two, and I kind of really went lazy mode. So right now I'm just kind of playing catch up, and this is one of the very first looks I thought of because it's something that I can wear to work, which I have today. And also it's something that anybody can pretty much wear to like go out or glam. So, you know, a lot of these looks are meant to be worn out. Some of them aren't because they are incredible labors of love. I mean, you could wear them out if you wanted to. I mean, I do shit. But most of the time, like, looks like these can be used for like glam parties and stuff like that. So keep that in mind when I do these looks, you know, and you're like, well, I can't wear that to work or anything like that. They're not really meant to be worn to work. I choose to because I'm ballsy like that. Not to say that, you know, nobody else is, but it's just a personal choice. I'm not afraid of wearing my makeup looks to work. It kind of helps me promote my brand, and also helps me put myself out there to different fans, and especially members who come into my job saying that my makeup looks really nice, and I tell them to check out my YouTube page. So that's pretty much what this is. It's really wrestling inspired looks. It's by a wrestler, me, for wrestlers, you, and for wrestling fans and makeup geeks. It's to bridge the gap between makeup artists and wrestlers. There's a lot of females and males out there that do their own makeup, and they're really good at it. And, you know, I've noticed that, you know, a couple of wrestlers are starting to really, like, you know, show off their makeup skills, which I think is absolutely amazing. One of which is Nia Jax. I've noticed that she does like the speed tutorials where she does her own makeup, and she does such a great job. I used to think it was the Glam Squad, but she actually does it herself, which is thoroughly amazing and kind of gives hope to us who do our own makeups in the locker rooms. But these are all inspired by people in the business that have been good to me, kind to me, and I still have lasting friendships with. So when I do these makeup looks, it's not like I'm doing it to kiss ass or anything like that, or hoping they notice me. It's people I do know. You know what I'm saying? It's like people that give me their blessings, and they're like, hey, you know, if you want to do a look on me, that's cool. Hey, you know, like, it's me honoring my peeps in the business. You know what I'm saying? Giving props to those who really put in their work in this business. So, you know, that's why I do these looks inspired by wrestlers. You know, there's not that many makeup artists that do wrestling inspired tutorials, so that's why I try to do these inspired by wrestlers for the wrestling and makeup geeks in your life, because there's a lot of people that like makeup and they like wrestling. Boop boop. It's a perfect marriage. Okay. Let me quit ranting. Let's get on to the next step. We're gonna go right into our Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette, and we're gonna go into black rainbow, and oh, don't tell me stuff is falling. I've had a bit of an issue with this particular color. It fell apart in my bag. So I'm a little verklempt about it, but we're not going to use too much of it. We're only going to use a little bit of it because this is a very, very, like I said, his products are very pigmented. And look, that was the brush I used the purple on. And I only dipped it like twice into the black rainbow. So it's like, and it's also like kind of loose. I mean, I fixed it as best I can, but you know, what we're going to do is now, que se pone en esquina. Now we don't want to put too much in the corner. We just want to put just enough black, see, so that it kind of gives it a little darkness and it blends with the purple up here. So just a little bit, and you still want to see like that dark green that's right here, see? So it looks like it kind of blends in. And we just throw it in there like that. Okay, so now that we've got that done and over with, we're gonna go in with our eyeliner. If I can find it. If I can find it. Muratoka Beach. Okay, I found it. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna line our lids. So you don't want to use too much because it's already dark over here, so you're not gonna really see a wing. So I'm just gonna throw crazy because I really want this to show. So since we got the tape, it should be more than sufficient to give us a nice tiny little wing. Nothing too dramatic. Okay, so now that we've got the eyes done, we're gonna just take the tape off. And that's why I said it was so important to make sure that you kind of like got rid of the tacking, as much tackiness from the tape as you possibly can, because when you peel it off your face, you don't want it to like hurt or anything like that. But as you can see, this shit can cut a bitch. This can cut a bitch. Who wants some? Yeah. But now that we've got this done, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera. But before I do that, we are gonna go right into my favorite halata. Oh Jesus. See, I gotta be really careful with this because I have a tendency when I bring these to wrestling shows to throw my bags everywhere, and I tend to forget that I shouldn't do that. But we're gonna just add highlights up here to the brow bone and the inner corners by using Fortune, which is this color right up here. And we're just gonna throw that lightly over the brow bone and our inner corners. And we're gonna do the rest of the face off camera because I'm pretty sure you guys already know how I do my face. Okay, so now that I've got the highlights done, as you can tell, I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera, and we will be right back for the finishing touches. So, hang on to your panties, ladies. I ain't done yet. Okay, if you want to clean up the area around your eyes before you continue to the next step, what I use is a cotton swab that I kind of dip in alcohol, and what I'll do is, I'll just show you. I'll just kind of clean up under the area. And I'll only just like dab just to put the alcohol under there, and then I'll just use the cotton swab to dry underneath it. Now it doesn't have to be too perfect because you're going to be putting concealer and all that other wonderful good stuff anyways. But you still want to kind of clean up the edges so it doesn't look so fogo now, as I like to say. So with that being said, now I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera, and then I will show you any other steps like highlighting and stuff, which I like to do for you guys on camera because I love when you see my reactions and stuff. I love seeing like makeup artist reactions to highlight. It's just so cute because, you know, your face looks so like boring at first, and then once you put the highlight, it's just like, oh, girl, you is shining bright like a diamond. Yes, yes. So I'm gonna start doing that with the concealer and stuff like that and putting it on my face, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that we've got our contour, shading, highlight, whatever's, not the highlight. I'm gonna put some more highlight. We're gonna go right into Fortune on our Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean cheek palette, and we're just gonna, you can even see that from this crappy ass camera. Oh, that's why I love this palette. It's very pigmented. Unfortunately, it's a little too pigmented. There's some fallout, and of course one of my things broke, but that was probably my fault anyway. So we're just gonna throw some more highlight like so. And as you can tell, this is like blinding. My job always looks at me funny because they're like, girl, like your face looks mad shiny, like how do you do that? And I'm like, listen, I'm a makeup artist, this is what I do. Who is your mommy and what does she do? She does makeup and she wrestles. So I'm gonna just throw some of that in there, there. Of course, the upper lip, you know, you gotta do the upper lip. And a little bit on the chin, not too much. I just use whatever's left on the brush, and then that. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the shadow under our eyes. So we're just gonna go right back into the fluffy brush that, hold on. First of all, we're gonna use this brush because this is what had the green in it. But I'm looking for the fluffy, here we go. Looking for the blending brush. So that we can do the under eye. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right back into our Beauty Killer and Urban Decay. First with the Beauty Killer, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right into that pink color, Star Power, and I'm just gonna dip the brush that we used for it on there because we're gonna give it like a smoky eye look, and we're just gonna go right underneath, just so, because as you can tell, this pink packs a punch. So as you can tell, boom, it's already on there. Don't need too much. Very pigmented, not much fallout, which is a great combination that you really want in an eyeshadow palette. That's why sometimes I do spend that extra penny on high-end brands, because some drugstore brands are really, really heavy with the fallout and you're losing product. So it's like you're kind of spending too much on a cheap product that's just gonna have too much fallout. Like more of it's gonna fall everywhere else but on your face. So, you know, sometimes I feel like just spend that extra penny and you get better results. So now that we've got the pink on here and on here, see, we're gonna go in with the same brush that we kind of put the black on, which is brush, and you can see still some of the purple on there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe it down just a smidge with a paper towel. You just grab like a small little corner and kind of get rid of as much of the black as possible. It's better like to put it on a flat surface and then kind of like run it through a couple of times just to get a lot of the black that I use here on the corners out. And it'll be able to pick up the purple better that I'm going to throw right on top of there. And we're going to go right back into that color sketch, which is like a brighter purple than the one up here, which is called Delirious. Let me just hold it this way. This is Sketch, this is Delirious. So we're just going to go right into Sketch and just pop that ever so slightly like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put the green on the other part. So we're going to go right into Hatter, because if we use Mean, it's not going to translate well. And I want you to be able to see the green. So we're going to go right into Hatter, which is above Mean. And it's a more darker green that'll show up in contrast with the pink and the purple, and also it's what I used right here in the blending part. We're just going to throw that right there on this little corner here. Just nudge it right in. You don't need too much because it's going to pop out. See? Boom. So, like I said, not too much, just enough, and it will pop. I promise you. Alright, now to finish it up with lining my waterline and throwing on some mascara, and we are done. For my lashes, I'm going to be using Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, only because I like the way it looks on my eyelashes, and I'm not big on the whole falsies thing. I just feel like too much glue on the lash line is just going to rip my eyelashes apart, and I'm pretty sure that's not really the case, but it's like a fear of mine, so... it's also preference. I prefer my natural lashes, so I just throw on mascara, and I throw on just enough so that these bad boys can pop. And usually, you know, depending on the mascara and the brand, like Benefit Roller Lash, bee's knees. This one, bee's knees. As you can tell, look at the difference. This with and this without. I mean, you can't really tell from back here, but there is like a dramatic difference. So that's why I prefer no lashes, or no falsies actually. Okay, so originally I wanted to do like a really crazy lip look, but the whole look is really focused on the eyes. So I don't want the lips to take away from the eyes. So I'm going to be using a nude color called Ferris Nude by L'Oreal Colorish. I'm just going to throw this on there. And sometimes you have to go with classic lipstick. You know, it's not always about liquid lips and stuff like that. Although they're nice. I love using liquid lips. Sometimes you just gotta get a little old school and throw on some actual lipstick. Okay, now I'm going to finish up the whole look with CoverGirl, and there's no label on it, so we're just going to throw this right on top for a glossy finish. Okay, and my gorgeous nightmare is complete. This is the look inspired by the Little Monster Binky, and I really this is like the first time I've actually done like the sharp edges. So this was like definitely really fun to be able to go out of my comfort zone as usual, to be able to bring you guys, you know, amazing looks and stuff. So this is the final look, and I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. I was a little bit chatty on this one, only because I had a lot on my mind. It's been New Year's, and a lot has gone on. So thank you for bearing with me and being a part of my journey. There are many more tutorials coming up, so definitely stay tuned to that. Please like, subscribe to my channel, put on the notifications so that you know whenever a new video pops up. There will be another pedicure video coming up soon, and I can't wait to show you guys. And thank you again for being a part of my journey. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.